How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round one. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Low kicks are a no-go. Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. The damage is really piling up now. You can see how cornering your opponent is such an effective game plan. Well-timed corner switch. Throws him. What's next? Uses the drive rush here to steal their turn. Combo with the target combo. Takes a trip. KO. Player one picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Checks him with the projectile. The fighters continue to check each other in the early going. Hits him with a vagabond edge. Player one can't use any drive moves without burning out. A drive impact could end it all here. Player one will look to apply pressure here. Hits the back throw to get the side switch. Opts to continue the attack with the... just goes for it at this range. Burnout activates. Vagabond and sends a KO. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the game. Denies the attack, and it's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? What's the play here? Player one pushes the opponent into the corner. The throw hits, now the fun begins. Uses a drive parry against the attack. Reads their mind and techs the throw. Projectile to try and change the situation. Will the drive parry here open things up for them? Perfect parry to stop them. Time to go on the offensive. Hits with the overhead. Stops the attack by using the drive parry. Life lead opens up. Quarter makes it hard. Gets him. Player one hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Big, low, reaching heavy. Low, heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Holds out with the block. Can't tech the throw. Denies the jump in. Blocks the impact. Zones with the fireball. Medium kick hit. A trade, but they're not worried. Oh, they're in the corner looking to impress with this super. The big flex. The broken jaw. Shin Shoryuken. Player springs forward with the drive rush. Can they create an opportunity for themselves to seal the deep? KO! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Brushes that off and keeps going. Excellent, good decision with that throw. Side switch and burn out, but they may have a plan here. Ooh, what a smart throw. Player two is looking at a grim situation with burnout. In with the cross-up. Oh, the throw connects. Oh, blocks the cross-up. What are they gonna do? Okay, here we go. Jump! Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Tricky hidden variable. Arc step. Nice fireball. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Player one can't let this simmer. Oh, snipe. Grabs him. I can't believe it. Drives him back. Listen. Perfect damage calculation. No doubt about it. Are you serious? That comeback was unreal! We just saw this fighter play out of his shot.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Checking their opponent. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player two is in burnout. Drives off the table. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move or you're gonna eat tons of damage. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. The jump-in is denied. Knockdown. Trying to read each other here? Does a good job of pushing back. In a dire situation, it can KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. The throw misses. Checks with a medium. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Genius drive rush to keep it going. Player 1 springs forward with the drive rush. Still scrapping for control of the space. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Not much life difference. What'll happen here? A drive impacted. The low kick hits. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. All in with a rush. A jump. Escapes with a reversal. Closing moments of the match. Tricky hidden variable. Link save. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 2 get out of nowhere. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? The combo's there. The low heavy hit. Oh! This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Taking stock. Throws them to start the corner pressure. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Goes for the drive rush there. Throws them to negate, springs forward with the drive rush. Both fighters are barely alive. Hits them with a vagabond edge. Off to continue KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Manages to block the jump-in attack. Player 1 chases them down. They're in the corner and the beatdown continues. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. What'll happen here? Shows the medium kick. Uses the gauge for a super arm. Sets it up. Goes for the Shin Shoryuken. They're willing to go all in here. Drive rush to keep it going. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. What are they gonna do? Torso cleaver! Manages to block the jump-in attack. Gotta do better than that. Not burnout triggered. Player 2 can't use throw, is denied. What a read! Arc step. They're back into the corner now. Catches out the cage right there. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Flatline zone. Woo, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get up and tell him what's good. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Close them. What's next? Burnout is triggered. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Knockdown. Player 1 chases them down. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Taking stock. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Oh, they're in the corner now. No running away. Player 2 has a slight life lead. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Big throws. Going in. Oh, burnout triggered. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Protect your neck. Arcset. What'll happen? Fires off the Shinku Hadouken. That corner is starting to look scary. Closing moments of the match. One hit, but it passes out the cage right there. That was the highest I've ever seen. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. Give me that drama, give me that grime. Are y'all ready? It's fight night time!
Round one. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Strings it all together. Taking stock. This is a real back-and-forth match this season. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Not shy with the grab. And a super activation. Looking to score some juicy damage. Comes crashing down on them with some Bushin beat. Will we see a drive impact? Makes a huge statement with that finish. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Hidden variable? They piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Smart play with the throw. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Tiger knee to the sternum. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. Player 2 can't use any drive moves without burning out. A quick breather. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. Will we see a drive in? Uses the target combo as a filler. It's a good spot to use the super. Wants to close it out in style, but isn't enough! Hanging by a thread! Just need one flatline zone. Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. We're finally ready to begin this long-awaited fight. Our players look primed and ready. Goes for the fireball. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 1 chases them down. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Sticks the combo. Gets the knockdown, and now, taking stock. Life lead opens up. Low heavy for the win. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Steps back to start things off. Big, low, reaching heavy. Drive rush to keep it going. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time. Springs forward with the drive rush. Looking for a chance. Tiger knee to the sternum. What's the next move? Player 2 will need to play a concert burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. A quick breather. Throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? This could lead to some big damage. Knockdown and they push their way out of the corner. The drive impact doesn't work. An attack the block kisses the fireball. This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Zoning with a low tiger shot. Goes out of sight. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. Both fighters are rare. The low's blocked. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Jump. Player 1, that's gonna leave him rattled. Shuriken bomb. Player 2 needs to wait this out. Drive gauge gap here. Tiger knee to the sternum, which goes out of sight. Park step. That corner is starting to look scary. Oh, here we go. Forward throw. Laying the pressure on Finn. Oh, it's more fuel to the fire. Hook them up! Leave them! That final push at the end paid off in spades! When you have a chance to finish things, you gotta take it! That... It's gonna be a 5-star match! Get ready for history to be made!
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Saw that low heavy coming. Good anti-air. Parries the attack and blocks the jump in. Ooh, will they hit, whip, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. What are they thinking here? Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Knockdown. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it up? KO! Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Slips the grab. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 chases them down. Checks with a medium throw. Barely blocks the jump in. Knockdown and looking for a chance. Hits him with a vagabond edge. A quick breather. Uses the target combo as a filter. In there! That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances.
Round 1. Fight.
They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. There's a drive rush to throw the opponent off balance. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Gets the jump in. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Throws them to negate the block. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Takes a trip. Player 1 is going to have a hard time managing their drive now. Knockdown. Can't tech the throw. Player 1 chases them down. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? A thunderous driving back to close the round. Player 1 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking, nice counter. Smart play with the throw. Throws a fireball. Takes them all the way to the corner with that. This may be it. Hits them with a stop and pop. Good heads-up decision opting for the drive impact. Hits them with, uses the gauge for a super art. Connect with Sip of Calamity. Kuma ain't tucking you in for bed, but you're going to sleep real fast. Going in? Player 2 is not in a good place below. All the throw connects. Both fighters planning something? Turns out. But that's gonna leave them rattled. Passes out the cage right there. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. That was the highest I've ever seen. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has win left to grind out the win? Knocks us out of the air. This is it. Who's gonna take it all? Risky play, but it pays off. Clutch pep throws them forward and maintains the corner game. A jump crowns them from above. Low heavy. Arc step. Dangerous range here. What a finish! Player 2 face the giant right here, right now.
Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Great parry there, and a big drive gauge disparity has opened up. And it wouldn't surprise me if they try to open that gap further. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. Knockdown. This KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? They trade hits, and now this fight is just underway. What kind of game plan do they have? Burnout activates. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Smart play with the throw. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Breaks the block with a throw. Looks to drop him to earth. Blocks the low heavy, and
Elena making him look silly with his target.
going in. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner here.
Elena's putting those educated feet to good use. Super art to show them what a PhD in fighters can do for you.
Will this be enough to kill? What'll be the plan here? Burn out, but they may have a plan. What a finish! Player 1 made all the right moves, and this experience is only gonna make them stronger. Time to get down to business. The first round starts now. They hit each other. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Now they get pushed into the corner. This is going to hurt. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Feeling out the spacing. All right, what's coming up next? We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? Was looking for that jump attack. Gets some. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Both fighters are looking for a way to get in, but there's still time to feel out the situation. Sets up the trap. Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. What'll happen here? Experiencing burnout. Player 1 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Knockdown and just goes for it at this range. Got him up against the wall and the stun is there. How will they utilize this? Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. A quick breather. Will we see a drive impact? Hits them with a stop and block. They can't squander this punish counter chance. What now? What are they gonna do? Wow, reads just what they were after. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps. Hold your breath. The move whips and they get nailed with a punish counter. The combo is there. Player 1 is just about out of drive after that. Throws him down. Player 1 blazing through that drive gauge to try and set the pace. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Goes for the super art? Big trouble here. The stun is going to leave them defenseless. Player 1 is in burnout. Drives off the table. Let's see how they apply their corner pressure in this situation. We are near the end of the round. Can either fighter pull a rabbit out of their hat here? KO! Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Uses the gauge for a super art.
This is the kind of beat you won't want to step to as well.
Will we see a drive impact? Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Burnout triggered! They must have a game plan here with a critical art on deck, but executing that plan is the key. In there! This is the final round. Expect to see some fireworks. Not close enough for the throw. Anti-air in the clutch! Brushes that off and keeps going. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Vagabond Edge sends them flying. Player 2, wow, sat and waited for this opening.
Punish counter sets the table. Arc step. Both fighters can't use oh, putting the cherry on top.
Uh-oh, this could really tip the scales.
Super! That's what we want to see. Over in a flash.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Get ready for a beatdown. Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Waiting for the opponent to make the first move. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Who's it gonna be? Super meter is looking bare right now. Will they try to hang back to stock up or continue fighting? Denies the attack, and player 2 is just about out of drive after that. The drive gauge is completely empty, meaning their ability to block is also weak. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Well-timed corner switch. Grabs him. All right, what's coming up next? Shoots off a fireball up close. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Takes a trip. Hits the drive reversal. KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireballs. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 1 chases them down. Okay, creating some space here. Player 1 has the life lead. Can they use it? A quick breather. Gets the parry in and adds some pressure. Hits him with a Vagabond Edge. Max SA gauges. Unbelievably in sync with a chance to score big here. Burnout activates. Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Big. Oh no, they're stunned.
Vagabond Edge connects. They've got the meter for a drive impact.
It's a good spot to use the super. Is this gonna kill? They're not dead. The kick hits. Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Throws him down. Shows the overhead. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. Managing their drive gauge well here can open up a lot of good chances for them later in the round. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Grabs them. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Changes the pace with an air-to-air.
Were they baiting them into that?
Quick breather. Player 2 chases them down. This is a critical point of the round where they just need to go for it. Player 1 will burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 has depleted their drive gauge. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 1 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Hits them with a Vagabond Edge. This fight is just underway. What kind of game springs forward with the drive rush? At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important here. Player 1 hits a good spot to use the super. The big flex. The broken jaw. Shin Shoryuken. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Experiencing burnout. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. We have super arc while critical. What's gonna happen? Life Lead threads it cleanly. That's what happens when you capitalize on all of your chances. Let's see what these fighters have up their sleeves out of the gate. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 2 pushes the opponent into the corner. There's a corner switch. Trips him up. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive KO. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The jump-in is denied. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strike. This fight is just smart play to stop the opponent there. Still slugging it out at this range. Backs away. Not about that BFF life right now. Player burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. That's the counter. Going in? Hidden variable? Their life is hanging by a thread. They gotta lean heavily on their drive moves now. They quickly get back into the corner of the stick, baits out the attack, and gets the punish counter. Back through the corner. Are we gonna play impact? Peekaboo passes out the cage right there. Still alive? Still alive? Hanging by a thread. Just these one closes it out. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes for a drive rush. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Throws him down. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. If they can't escape this rock-solid corner pressure, this round is over. Well-timed corner switch. Oh, easy tag. Absorbs the attack and fires back. Caught in the crossover. Life lead opens up. Taking stock. KO. Player 1 on the board first with a win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. The jump-in is denied. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Strings it all together. Scrapping it out up close. Both fighters will want to utilize what little drive gauge they have. Player 2 needs the burnout triggered. A quick breather. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Denies the jump in. They're going for the super arc. The super doesn't hit. Can they kick Jingu Hadouken KO? Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They choose to run it back. Let's get right to it. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. The impact gets blocked. Blocks the jump in. Deftly shuts out the jump in. No good up high. Opts for the throw. Big low reaching heavy. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Solid combo. Grabs them. Got their eye on the air. There's a change of sides. Holds out with the block. Will we see a drive impact? KO. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Checks them with a projectile. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Player 2 did a great job of maintaining their drive gauge during that last round. It's going to be even more important in this next round to keep that up to help strengthen their ground game. What'll happen here? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. Ends the meter, hoping for a good return. Uses the gauge for the super. They're not playing around here. Player 2 is in a pretty good situation with a meter event, experiencing burnout.
Just goes for it at this range. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Oh boy, both running empty on drive. What a read with that anti-air! Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. Are these two gonna fight forever? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Throws out a projectile. No good up high. Plenty of time left. How's the match gonna play out? Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Low heavy. Throws him down. All right. The low kick connects. Still slugging it out here. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. Got their eye on the air. Can't tech the throw. Player 1 chases them down. Hits them with a vagabond edge. Knockdown. Springs forward with the drive rush. Heading into the end game now. Perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 2 picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Neither of them willing to back off here. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 can't use any drive movement. Just goes for it at this range. Confirms the Bushin Ninja Star Stun. The damage and attack boost off this will really tip things in their favor. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Are we gonna see a comeback here? No! Critical art now? This is going to hit for a critical art. You gotta imagine that this is not only gonna wreck their life bar, but also their nerves. What's next? Big drop uses their drive gauge. They're goes out of sight. Breaks through with the throw. Player 2's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. That's a counter. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Good parry there and trips him up. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Player 1 in that dangerous burnout state. Gets the jump in. Takes a trip. Player 2 chases them down. Takes a big gamble and gets them. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Player 2 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. Denies the jump in. Pokes with a medium kick. Barely blocks the jump in. A quick breather. Checks with a medium kick. Medium kick. Blocks the impact. Sneaks in above. Going in. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? A drive impact could end it all here. Blocks it. Breaks through with the throw. Well, listen, when you're locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Throws them to negate the block. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. This is the start of the round. How will they start their approach? You can use a drive rush like that there to maintain the pressure. Throws him down. Knockdown. Okay, they trade hits. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? Player 2 chases them down. Will we see it? Brings out the super art. How is it gonna work out for them? Bushin beats assaults them from the air. Ooh, there's a side switch. Experiencing burnout.
Both sides are gonna have to fight without drive. Oh God, this is tense. KO! Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Jumps in. Who's going to start things off? Jumps up. Shows a medium kick. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Both fighters are low on drive. What'll they use it on? Going in? Player 2 experiencing burnout. Level 3 super! Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. Player 1 might have just burned out. Expect the tempo of the match to change. They're both driveless. This is gonna get messy. Player 2 has hit them with a stop and pop. Oh, in with a rough. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. A single hit will do it. Crowns them from above. Player 1 can't use any drive boost. Gotta play it safe. Wait, what? Are they actually dead? Closes it out. Not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Throw leaves them wide open. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Blocks the jump in. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Holds out with the block. Reads their mind and takes the throw. Punishes that ill-timed attack with a drive impact. Very bad choice there. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. The jump-in is denied. Shows a medium kick. Good job blocking the jump-in. Oh, burnout triggered. Slides and goes for the leg. KO. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Hits him. It's a good spot to use the super. Start the tune. The Kimberly's ready to feast. Bullshit Ninja Star Cypher. And this is only the beginning. Player 1 in dire straits with burnout. Hits up the counter. This is going to be huge. We have super arts on deck. There's still a chance to turn this around. Going in? One chance here may end this match. Are we going to see a comeback? Drop tap to close it. Player 2 brings it.